Does the name Audre Lorde mean anything to you? It should. Hey, I'm Patrick, and I've been having the best time telling the stories of the forgotten LGBTQ civil rights movement heroes. That's not nerdy, right? Today, I'm going to tell you the story of Audre Lorde. Audre Lorde described herself as a Black lesbian mother warrior poet. She was also my lesbian mother's gay history crush. She was born in New York City in 1934, and she would go on to be one of the greatest American poets in history. But as a kid, she really struggled communicating with people, and this is when she discovered her love of poetry. She says she used to think in poems. So when people would ask her a question, like how she was doing or like what she did at school that day, she would respond by reciting a full poem in which there was like a sentence or two that was her answer. And she says she started writing poems for herself when she ran out of other people's poems to describe how she was feeling. By the 1960s, Audre was a passionate feminist, but as a Black lesbian mother of two, she really wanted feminism to evolve. She thought that the feminism of the time was too narrowly focused on middle-class white women. She also had this radical idea that race, gender, sexuality, motherhood, and health were all unique but intertwined identities, and her really pushing this idea was a super important contribution to what today is called intersectional feminism. And then by the 1970s, Audre became fully involved in the civil rights movement of the time, in addition to everything else she was already doing. She gave a really important speech at the first ever National March on Washington for LGBTQ rights in 1979. And after that, she was dubbed, and I am obsessed with this, the best known out-of-the-closet Black radical lesbian feminist. As if all of that weren't enough, in 1980, she co-founded Kitchen Table, Women of Color Press, which was the first US publisher for women of color. Audre Lorde did so many remarkable things in her life before dying way too young of liver cancer in 1992. But her career and body of work and her intersectional approach to activism continue to inspire feminist and queer activists today. And if you're in the New York City area, be sure to check out the Audre Lorde Project. It's one of the great ways her legacy lives on. It's an organizing center for lesbian, gay, bisexual, two-spirit, trans, and gender non-conforming people serving the area of New York City.